Shalom. Shalom, Yasharallah. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Grand Millstone for teaching 100% truth. While Barakathum to the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. May peace and blessings be unto your households. It's your brother Gadal from the Grand Millstone Dallas branch. And in this quick lesson, I'm just going to get into, basically, there's nothing wrong with asking Yahweh Bashem Shah to help your unbelief, because this is something I kind of been thinking about probably like since yesterday night. It's like, dang, like, I don't know, I guess it's just in my head. It was like, dang, I would have never thought to ask the Lord just Baruch Shah help my unbelief. Any unbelief that I don't have. Because, you used to, when you pray, you used to just saying, Lord, just increase my faith. Which is, it's the same thing. But I don't know. For me, it kind of hits harder to say, man, help my unbelief. Because let's be honest, man, you want more faith because you have some kind of unbelief. Right? To a degree. Not to say that you don't believe in the Lord. But you have some unbelief because, your faith is not on that level. If you get what I'm saying. All right, but I'm going to go ahead and get this. Mark chapter 9 verse 23 says, Yahushua said unto him, if thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. And straightway the father of the child cried out and said with tears, Yahushua, I believe. Help thou my unbelief. Exactly. He said he believed, but help my unbelief. And that's something that, me personally, I need to get back into, incorporating, asking that more, because, we believe, but we want Yahweh Bashem Shah to help our unbelief, which is really asking the Lord to take our faith on that next level for real, right? To be honest, I want all unbelief to be taken out. But what's going to come with that is going to come with probably an immense amount of tribulation, more than likely to help with that unbelief. To take away that unbelief, because for the Lord to take that away, man, you got to believe on a whole nother level, like on a whole nother level, because we believe our faith is at a certain point that we'll believe at a certain point. There's certain things that are just even within us that we don't know about. That's just too much for us, right? It's like I'll just give an example, man. Say for example, it's Jacob's trouble. So it's a time period where the Lord gonna lift up a standard, but you're on the run. You're on the run, and it gets to the point where you have to like jump off of a building or something. It's just like are you gonna be able to have enough faith, and Yahweh Bashem Shah. And this don't apply for everybody. It could apply to whoever it comes to, whoever it happens to, because we don't know. Will you have enough faith to ultimately to make that jump, man? In your spirit, like, okay, I need a jump to trust in the Lord. Now, obviously, don't go do that now. I mean, you're just going to be tempting the Lord at that point. There's nothing going on. But in a time when all hell is breaking loose, you're on the run, and the Lord it's this time period where the Lord is really going to lift up a standard for his men. Are you going to be able to have that faith to make that jump and believe that the Lord's going to do something? Yeah, Lord's going to do something for you. Meaning, in other words, giving you spiritual powers to fly. Because to have spiritual power, you really, bro, like that, bro, that's going to have, your faith got to be on a tippity top shape, just something, I'm kind of putting in bro's ears, man, instead of always just asking Lord just to give me more faith, which is, nothing wrong with that. Of course, continue to ask that, but also, incorporate asking the Lord to help to take away any unbelief that you do have. Because, when you're asking the Lord that, man, it's like, bro, you telling the Lord to basically have it to where you have nothing but straight faith. But with that, it's going to take time, and it's going to take a lot of trials and tribulations that you must go through in order for you to pretty much obtain that, you know, which is not going to be like it's not going to be an overnight thing, man. It's going to be a thing that like you're going to be put in situations to where you got to believe in the faith, believe in the Lord even more. You're going to be put in situations where, you're going to deal with Satan to where you're questioning. You're going to be questioning your belief. Because we all can get to that point to where Satan will try to get into your head to make you question the Lord, aka doubt Yahweh Bashem Shah. And that's something that you really don't want to do. You don't want to doubt Yahweh Bashem Shah, because what scripture say, he that doubteth is damned, man. So if you doubt Yahweh Bashem Shah, you're done. You're damned, right? So we gotta have that strong and firm faith in Yahweh Bashem Shah, man. Just something that, is in my spirit, that like just incorporating, praying to Yahweh Bashem Shah, not only to give you faith, but to help any unbelief you don't have. Because what's going to stop you from doing certain miracles is any unbelief, aka doubt that you have. Because that's really what it is. Doubt is pretty much any unbelief that you have. Right? And Satan will try you with that, man. Because you can believe, but Satan will try to make you doubt by putting certain things in your head. And as you go from glory to glory, them doubt tests, things that Satan gonna throw at you to make you doubt is gonna get harder and harder. That's what comes with getting your faith increased. That's just how it goes, man. Because what better way to get your faith increased than you being in a position to trust in the Lord? You being in a position to where like you're to the point to where you're questioning shit. You're questioning things, man. Hell, even me, man. I can Lord can easily put me in a position to make me question something, and He knows exactly how to do it. Right? So when you pray for the Yahweh Bashem Shah to help your unbelief, you're pretty much telling them, hey, take any doubt that I have away. That's literally what you're telling them in a nutshell. And help my unbelief, take away my unbelief, however you want to say it. It's kind of like a double whammy to increasing your faith, because it's going to increase your faith. In the time of Jacob's trouble, man, you want to have your faith as high as possible, with little to no doubt, no unbelief, right? Because to be honest, it's easy to believe now. We got a roof over our head. We got food. Lord bless us with our daily bread to go, take care of business. But how much more when when you're off the grid, when you're casted out in society? That's when it's really going to matter the most. That's when the Lord's really going to, get you right. Now He can do things in your life, but man, He ain't gonna top Jacob's trouble when MOTB is made mandatory. And guess what, like I remember Elder Arianazi said this, man. Your faith is just gonna be turned up like a knob in Jacob's trouble, right? You know how the light start off dimmer, it just gets brighter and brighter as you turn it. Guess what? Lord's gonna be working. Lord's still gonna be building our faith. Hey, Proverbs the 4th chapter. The just shall shine more and more to the perfect day, right? Until Yahweh Shah comes back. Meaning in the time of Jacob's trouble, all hell breaking loose. Guess what? The light going to be shining more and more. Guess what? What's making them shine? That faith, man. Their faith is getting increasing more and more through the tribulation that the Lord is putting them through, to the point to where they can do spiritual powers, man. Right? So there's a time and a season for that, man. For the miracles to happen. Might not happen right now. Or no, it's miracles already happened, just not on a high level yet. Right? That time is ultimately, I believe through the Spirit, is like saved for Jacob's trouble. Right? That's why I believe, man, the apostles, they ain't really like just in there healing somebody yet, because, we're not in the time of Jacob's trouble to where they're truly being tried to the max. The hour of temptation is when everybody's getting tried to the max of what they can deal with. And after that, if you get tried to that max, you're just going to be built up even more from that. More faith getting into you. More doubt or more unbelief getting taken out of you. So when Jacob's trouble is at his peak, at his climax, man, best believe if you wanted his, bro, your faith going to be turned up like that now. And as your faith getting turned up like that now, man, watch the Lord work. Right? He might not give you spiritual power. He might give you a angel, a bodyguard. Angel that follow you everywhere you go. We'll read the book of Tobit. right? Raphael, the angel Raphael was sent to God Tobit's son Tobias to, dang, I forgot the woman's name, to the woman that had the plague, and basically the angel basically gave him some stuff like, here, you put this, burn this, and the demon will flee. So he was able to pop the woman, and then he had to give I'll probably go into it one day, Lord willing. And then he also Raphael gave Tobit, it was something like fish gauze or something like that. For Tobit's eyes, to get the whiteness out of his eyes because he was blind. So, bro, you can have your own angel bodyguarding you, man. Yeah, they already watching over us now, but to see them physically, that's some day. That's a faith booster right there. So you might not get spiritual power. Okay, that's cool, right? You might just get an angel. Hell, Lord, just make a way for you to escape. Lord's gonna do whatever is fit for you to increase your faith on a high ass level, taking away more and more doubt. And He's doing it now, but in the time of Jacob's trouble, it's gonna be amplified and it's gonna be happening faster. But anyways, the Lord willing, y'all was edified. I'm gonna end it all by saying Ka Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time I say, Shalom, Yasharala.